Okay, let's get moving over here on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Okay. So we are learning in Masechta Succa, Mishna Zayin and Mishna Ches. And we are sponsored with the benevolence of the Fisher Mishpacha. Le'ilu Nishmas Basya Bas Rabbat Shlomo ben Avram Alevi Peril Bas Ruvain. Also Le'ilu Nishmas Rabbi Rachmil Gershon ben Reb Tzvi Yehuda L'Refu Shalemet for Eliyahu Moshe ben Chaya Sarah, and by the Klugman family for their Nachas, Gezunt, and Parnasa Berevach Uv'Chavod. So, the Mishnah now discusses the situation where there was a half-finished roof on top of a house whose boards are from 3 to 4 tvachim wide, which, remember, according to Rabbi Yehuda, those boards are okay. You could be mesachichin b'nesarim. According to Reb Meir, you can't. But when you put it on for a house, everybody agrees that it's not good. Because the beams were put on not for the purpose of shade, although of course in the house you want shade too, but it was made for a permanent house, and that is not going to be good. So Rabbi Yehuda says to correct it, Beis Shammai says you have to take two steps. First of all, you have to undo the nails and mefakfek and shake every board that you leave. V'noitel achas mebeintayim, and you take out every other board and put kosher schach there. Now, you'll say, but if you take out every other board and put kosher schach there, it's still going to be 50-50. And 50-50 is not good enough for a schach, because that would be oimed kaparetz. It would be equal to the good stuff is equal to what is no good. And 50-50 is no good. So what does it help? So the answer is that either in the middle, two kosher schachs meet at each other, which makes a minimum shir sukkah of 7 by 7, or what you have is that it's a little bit more of the empty spaces, so that the little bit more adds up, and there's a majority of kosher schach. Beis Hillel says, if you shake each board, according to Rabbi Yehuda, that's enough, because he holds that the sarim that are less than 4 tvachim are kosher schach. So Beis Hillel mefakfek, you could either shake each one, or take out every other one and fill it in with kosher schach. Rameir says shaking it won't help, because he holds that any board, unless it's less than 3 tvachim, is pastel schach. So the only way to do it is to take out every other board, put in kosher schach, and have a majority of kosher schach. Rameir, you have to take out every other board. It doesn't help to shake each one. If you cover your sukkah with iron spits, now of course that's not good because it's a keli and it's mekabel tumah, Oy baruchas hamita, or by sides of a bed, which is also a keli, so it's pasul schach. So here again, im yesh revach beinayim k'moisam, if you have an equal space in between each one, like their space, and the Rishonim again explained it means a little more than equal, so there's a little bit more space in between, so you fill it up with kosher schach, and then you'll have a majority of kosher schach, then kasher, then it's going to be kosher. Now, and that's what the Rav says, lav dafka k'moisam mamish, v'lo yoser, da'amak b'shpud kiparitzu nechshav. It's like it's empty space. Ukishenois and schach kosher bein shpud l'shpud, and if you put schach kosher in between each spit, im ein beineim el k'moisam, if you have in between them only like them, have a paritz kaimet, it would be equal 50-50, a puzzle. It means a little bit extra. Now, let's say you have a cone-like pile of grain, and you have an einfall, you have an idea. You know what? Why do I have to go buy an expensive sukkah? I'll take out the grain from the middle, hollow it out, and we'll have a cone-shaped sukkah, and we'll eat inside. And the grain will be the schach. The problem is that it says in the sukkah tasa, you have to make the roof. Not that it was there already, and then you hollowed it out. So achaytet begadish lasis by sukkah, if you carve out the inside of the pile of grain, ain't a sukkah. It's not a good sukkah because it wasn't initially put down as a roof. It only became that after the fact. And after the fact is no good. The only way you'll be able to make it good is when you take off the top and you put it back on again. So then you're making it l'shem schach. The Rav does say that if the cone already had a hollow of a tefach, so that it already had a din of roof from the beginning, so then you could hollow out the rest of it, because then the psul of tasav loiminasi is only on the walls, that you're making walls of 10 tefachim, and there's no psul of tasav loiminasi on the walls. The psul of tasav loiminasi is only on the schach. I just want to see something. I didn't explain something. Yes, because I was wondering in the previous Mishnah that according to Rabbi Yehuda, Beis Shammai says it's not enough to shake. It's not enough to shake the boards. Now, l'chayra, why wouldn't it be enough to shake the boards? According to Rabbi Yehuda, that holds that boards that are less than 4 tefachim are kosher schach. So then, once he shakes them and he makes them not made for a permanent house, it should be good. So Beis Shammai holds, although Rabbi Yehuda holds that boards less than 4 tefachim, we don't have to worry that you'll mistake it for the roof of a house. Here it's worse because it was already a roof of a house. And if you don't do more, people will say, well, if this is good, then a roof of a house is also good. And that's the position of Beis Shammai. We're going to stop over here, Rabbi Isai. Again, if you want to sponsor the shir tomorrow night, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a wonderful night.